Hey guys, this is Dr. Ryan DeBell with the Movement Fix, and what I want to talk to you about in this video is sitting positions. I recently posted a question on my Facebook page asking, what is the best sitting posture? And a lot of people said standing. And I agree that standing is probably better than sitting for most people at work, and the unfortunate thing is that not everybody can do that. So we have to talk about how can we manage the fact that some people have to sit. It is a necessary evil, so let's figure out a way to manage it. Now, let me start with a little story. I tape and stand around and watch my wife compete at a lot of CrossFit events. I've competed in some in the past, and I swear sometimes standing around and watching all day is more tiring than competing. Not all the time, but sometimes. Because the human body was not meant to stand in one position for an extended period of time. Now, I know that a lot of people think that there's this perfect standing posture where your feet are directly underneath you, you're like twisting into the ground, you're twisting your arms, you're contracting your stomach. But I mean, who could stand that way all day? It's going to be uncomfortable after a certain amount of time because the human body is meant to be in motion. The best posture for humans is this. It's this right here. It's this, okay? It's motion, it's in stride. So we stand in one position for a long time, we get tired. And the same thing is true with sitting. If you sit in the same position all day, you're going to make certain structures get fatigued, like muscles, ligaments, things like that. You have to vary your sitting position. Now, you could go to Google Images, you could go to YouTube and look at videos of perfect sitting posture, and they're going to tell you this. Sit back like this on your sits bones, which is a term I can't stand, but sits bones, and be at 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the ankles. Turn here like this, clamp down on your abs, pull your head back. Like I can hold that position for like 30 seconds before it starts to become uncomfortable because we're supposed to move. So what I'm saying, what I'm recommending is number one, don't sit for more than 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, the body undergoes a process called hysteresis. Now, hysteresis is basically when a tissue is under strain for about 20 minutes and it loses 50% of its strength and it gets weaker, right? 50% of the strength gets weaker. What that means is if you sit all day in one position and you stress certain tissues, you're going to go to the gym and then now you're loading something that is 50% weaker. So maybe you injure it, maybe you tweak it, muscle spasm, whatever, not fun. So what you should do is vary the positions that you sit in. So you sit down, start the clock, 20 minutes. Maybe you sit here like this in the way that they say to do it on all the YouTube videos and Google Images and stuff, 90, 90, 90 here. I don't recommend clamping down on your abs all the time, either sitting or standing, because normally the spine and core is supposed to be supported by breathing. And for most people, it's hard to clamp down on their abs and breathe into their stomach and use their diaphragm. I don't think it's possible. So I think a relaxed belly is better. So 90, 90, 90, then maybe you switch. Scoot your butt all the way back, lean back against the chair, be here for 5 minutes. Okay, now we're at 10 minutes on the clock. Shift over to one side. Okay, now you're stressing one side more than the other, but you only do that for a few minutes, and then you go to the other side. So I think that's a more realistic approach to how we should sit and how we should move around. And you can apply that to sitting in an airplane, sitting in a car, sitting at work, sitting in a meeting. You can just move around. It doesn't have to be like these big, crazy movements. It's just subtle shifts. Just subtle shifts. Okay, so that's my thoughts on sitting and sitting posture. If you like this video, please share it. Check out my website, themovementfix.com. I have some courses coming up in different cities. Check that out on the upcoming courses section, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.